Hello YouTube, this is Phil, and today is my first video since my surgery. Today is Saturday, November 1st, and I had my surgery on October 28th, which was a Tuesday. So I'm as shocked as anybody that I'm sitting here this soon after this, feeling like, I'm back right on stride. But I want to tell people about it because it was my number one question. Like, what's the surgery like? What's it feel like after? How long does it take to get better? I kind of created some chaos for myself before the surgery. I was supposed to lose 5% of my body weight, so I went from 329 down to 311 and was all set for surgery. Then my last weigh-in for my pre-admission testing, I had gained weight. I was up to 317. And I think they were bluffing me, I'm not sure, but they said, well, you have to be at 314 by Tuesday. So the last 4 days before my surgery, I was kind of on a Metafast only diet and pretty uncomfortable doing that. And I went around, here to there and got my cardiology done and things like that. So the surgery came about on Tuesday morning. They moved me up. So at midnight on Monday night, I did my very last thing, the bowel prep. And I was just, if you can imagine, just in a very uncomfortable state of being. I hadn't been eating. I'd taken this magnesium citrate and headed off to surgery. I got there. I brought clothes like I was going to be there for 3 days and be showering and taking care of myself. Once I got there, it was a little bit of hurry up and wait. Little anxiety, sitting, waiting. Finally, they give me the anesthesia, and I remember nothing else till waking up. The only consequence, the consequence that I would caution people about of the surgery, to me, I think was pretty much all anesthesia related. I woke up from the surgery, and I was really nauseous. I had this fear right away that I was going to have to throw up, and at that same time, you have 5 holes in your stomach and you have all those stitches inside, and this tremendous anxiety that you're going to throw up and the creeping feeling of nausea. So I tried really hard to get away from the narcotics, I'm not sure the name of the drugs they were giving me, but they were narcotics, and I know that one of the consequences of them is nausea. So I just tried to stay away from them. So the result was that I was very sore. My stomach felt like, I'd been punched in the stomach a couple of times. I certainly didn't want anyone to touch it, or I didn't want to sneeze or cough or laugh. But it wasn't painful other than that. It took about 24 hours for me to get through the nausea. I had a period of dry heaves on Wednesday morning that, I really questioned myself, like, what did I do this for? And this could be my life, and maybe it's the biggest mistake I ever made. Next thing you know, I'm asleep, and I wake up, and I'm better, and then I'm asleep, I wake up, and I'm better. And pretty much by the time I was 48 hours past surgery, I felt like my old self. They had me going home on Wednesday night. I kind of limped in the door, was happy to have my beautiful wife drive me home, but I was feeling better. I slept in my own bed. I took a shower, shaved, brushed my teeth. I just felt so refreshed to know that this is behind me, to know that I wasn't nauseous anymore. I got up Friday and I went to my son's cross-country meet. I mean, here I am 3 days after this surgery, and I'm walking around this race and yelling and cheering for kids, and you would not have any idea that I was somebody that had been in surgery just a couple of days before. I ate what was prescribed. I've been doing protein shakes, and I tried this Greek yogurt, and I've been pushing the water. The water's very easy for me to drink. I have to remember that I have a very small stomach. I could, easily chug down 12 ounces of water, and I'd probably throw up or have a problem. I have to remind myself that I don't have the capacity. The way I did that in the beginning was I put the water in a 4-ounce bottle. I had an empty 4-ounce bottle from an apple juice, and I would just fill that up with water because it would make me drink it slower. And sure enough, at the conclusion of that 4 ounces of water, I was full. And then a half an hour later, I would be able to drink more of it. Right now, I'm trying to just keep my protein requirement fulfilled. which is my protein shakes, my yogurt, and a lot of water. I'm full all the time. It is bizarre to walk around and not feel hungry. I think that hunger has been with me so long I didn't even know it was there. So it's kind of like when a noise that you used to hearing, like let's say a machine running, gets turned off and you hear the silence. I'm living a life right now without hunger, and it's really, really cool. Last night was Halloween, and I handed out Halloween candy and big bowl of it, and it all looked very nice, and was very happy to give it away to other people. So I didn't plan on losing weight right away. I've heard stories about people, they bloat up, they have reactions, but since my surgery, I'm down another 9 pounds, so I am down to exactly 300.4 pounds today. So the numbers are, I started at 330, my surgery weight was 309, and my weight today is 300. I feel more energy than I had before my surgery. I just feel very alert and free. Again, without the constant hunger that seemed to accompany me for a long time. I'm very grateful for all the resources I got to use going through this. I'm grateful for the people at Ellis. I'm grateful for the YouTube videos I watched. It kind of told me exactly what was going to happen and gave me an idea of what to expect. And I'm so glad. I'm proud of myself for doing this, because this was a gutsy move. This is one of the gutsiest things I've ever done in my life. A lot of people in my life told me I didn't need to do it, I shouldn't do it, I was crazy for risking my life. And somehow I kind of tuned all that out, and I had a vision of what I wanted my life to be, and this is the path to get there, and I followed it. And I also was charmed, man. When you have a friend in a hospital, make a phone call. It's so generous. My friend Larry called me, a guy that I met just on this journey, and it's in a hospital room, and it's a phone, and it's Larry. And Larry's willing to drive half an hour to come visit me in the hospital. My father-in-law, just people that you don't really, they care, but you don't really know they care. And then this happens, and they're on your team. So one of the things that's coming out of this is my pledge to be a good friend when my family members and friends are going through this. So, it's all bright light from here. I pray to God I'm 300.4 pounds, that I will never be 300 pounds again in my entire life. This is the last day out of thousands of days, maybe 10,000 days. Well, that's a little excessive. Maybe 5,000 days. This is the last day of 5,000 that I'm going to be 300 pounds. I'm anxious to go to the gym and work out. I'm not rushing it. They said 4 weeks to lift any substantial weight. Between now and then, me and my buddy Piper the Beagle, are going to go for some walks. And I just want to say thanks be to God. Thanks to everybody. And I'm grateful for the life I have today.